Hi Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Welcome. My name is Claire. This is going to be your reading for the second half of July 2020. We're going to take a look at your recent past, your current energy, and then what is in the immediate future for you. These are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, please give this video a like, and please leave me a little comment and let me know what's going on. Introduce yourself to me if you feel called to do so. That was short and sweet. Let's get into your reading. Also preface this by saying I was meditating on your energy like I do before I do these readings, before I turn on the camera, and I just felt like you were very controlled right now. I feel like you have a lot of self-control, and over the next couple of weeks you're going to find that your self-control muscles are strong enough where you can really start to loosen up. Sorry. Yeah, cool. So hopefully that resonates for some of you. I feel like there's a lot of dedication to a project, maybe a lot of commitment. Commitment is the theme of the month for everyone, but I feel like you kind of like got your shit together, and so it's like that point when you when your body is really strong and your muscles are like supporting the rest of your structures enough that like you can release that crick in your neck. Finally, that kind of thing, because there's enough supporting structures to like really let things gel. Y'all, let's talk about second half of July for you. Let's get into this reading. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Second half of July. Okay. Do you know the song Murder to the Mind by Tash Sultana? That might be something. It's really like kind of an intense song. Murder on mind, fire in my soul, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, cool. So bottom of the deck for you is the Knight of Pentacles reversed, followed by the Tower, followed by the King of Pentacles. So you go through a change, really freaking destabilizing, because this might be, again, I'll preface this by saying, I feel like I'm prefacing a lot of things for your reading, sorry about this, but with these readings this week, it's been feeling a lot like the recent past is more just like a situation that has evolved enough to have a standing in your current energy so you can work through it and deal with it, release it like once and for all. So recent past could be last week, but it could also be 10 years ago. With this situation, this feels like something that was a work environment, something that was like a daily thing that you were committed to that was kind of like draining your lifeblood. There was a big change that happened though. And on the other side of it, you actually found more stability than you were experiencing when you were kind of like giving it your all, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so in your recent past, we have the Queen of Cups reversed, we have Death, and we have the Eight of Swords. So this is why I thought that song for you. So check it out. It's a great, like, intense kind of bop. But it feels like there was a trap created. I feel like your mind maybe was feeling a bit like a prison for a little while. The emotions that you were experiencing might have led you to get I want to say like just overwhelmed, like almost like the dialogue was like very, I don't want to say whiny, but it was kind of like there was so much going on in your mind and your emotions were kind of like swirling around a lot that it was becoming to the point where like people almost like just didn't want to be around you because it was like this person is complaining and whining a whole bunch and you were just like kind of trapped in this shitstorm with yourself. Death though, it transformed, it changed, it ended, yay, liberation, murder to the mind. I'm not entirely sure why that happened. We're gonna go back and clarify, but yeah, that's kind of a cool start to it. So in your current energy, we have the Ace of Wands, we have Justice, and we have the Six of Wands reversed. So je ne peux pas. Like you're not afraid anymore of your own success. You're not afraid anymore of, for some of you, this is going to be like finding balance within your relationships and standing up in your power. With the Six of Wands, I often think of this as a card of humble pie. So maybe in this process of like being very like locked in with yourself, feeling your mind has kind of got a mind of its own and feeling a little bit out of control, with the transformation of that and with finding like this restoration of balance and this new fiery beginning for yourself, there is a degree of humility that comes in with it, and a degree of acceptance for that pattern. For some of you it might be, but also just recognizing how to honor those emotions without the complete overwhelm of the senses by them. So take what resonates with that. In your immediate future, we have the Two of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Wands reversed, and we have the Four of Wands. This is really nice for you. I feel like this sort of like humbling by your mind to your mind sort of like is great. It's so great. It's like you have detached yourselves from being sorry, I'm really trying to find a way to like verbalize this because my voice is leaving me right now, but it feels like detaching from like a popularity contest in some way, or just not needing validation from other people. This is also the card to me of like show don't tell. So like getting out of your own way, getting out of the sort of like loudest person in the room, needing to advertise everything that's going on. Like you're starting to make moves in the dark and you're starting to commit to one option. I feel like there's a couple of things that have your attention right now, and I feel like you're in this place where you're just trying to figure out like, okay, can these two things be married in some way? Can I make them harmoniously coexist? Or do I find success when I and do I find success when I do? That's kind of what I see, and I do see success. You know, Four of Wands is the 11-11 card. This is the wish. This is the commitment. This can be a marriage. This can be a proposal. This can just be you being like, hell yeah, that is what I'm gonna do, and feeling really good about it, and finding a nice balance with it. It's like as soon as you get out of your own way, and like, I think you had to like go through a bit of a shitstorm in order to find this emotional stability, and in order to like get into the place where you felt really like, okay, I'm gonna commit to this. And so it's in a really nice kind of energy right now. Let's go in and clarify a little bit. We have in the recent past, let's clarify this Queen of Cups. Why were these emotions so overwhelming? We have the Queen of Pentacles reversed, we have the King of Wands, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so it's almost like you didn't want people to like see how, maybe like how desperately hurt you were by something, or how overwhelmed by something you were. You're just kind of like pushing people away in order to have sort of a sense of control. For some of you this will be, but also just kind of feeling like like an initiatory process was underway for you, and it seems that like the trial by fire that you were going through, you wanted it's like it was in your blood. Something told you to go it alone. That's what I'm feeling here with this Queen of Pentacles. It's kind of interesting actually, because like I would usually say that this is someone who is kind of a controlling figure, you know, like a very like matriarchal in an unhealthy kind of sense way. But I also kind of feel like with these two queens in the reverse, it's like all of that stuff, you know, you just like presented this face to the world where it's like I can control it, you know, but like maybe not like realizing how much like spice was coming out sideways as a result of it, but still needing to go through that trial by fire That's what I'm seeing here. Let's talk about this 8 of Swords in your recent past. We have Death reversed, we have the 6 of Wands again, and then we have the 6 of Pentacles. Something failed. I don't know if this was your attempt to go it alone. I kind of feel like it was. But something did not reach completion the way in which you thought it would. And it created a bit of a rebalancing in your relationships, like a little bit more of like a give and take energy. I can't lie to you. This doesn't feel like, this feels like, and again, take what resonates with this, because it might not be, you know, this can be a role reversal or whatever, but it does kind of feel like somebody is taking advantage of somebody else here and not even realizing it. It's like they just kind of expect people to cater to them in some way, to show up for them emotionally without really understanding like how much of an emotional drain that may be for that person. So just kind of, it looks like that is the cycle that failed. That's the thing that ended and died and sort of like restored this sense of how do I find an outcome that works best for everyone? Okay, so like that's kind of yeah, there was a transformation that just needed to happen there, and there may have been some like just kind of fighting that. So let's talk about your current energy with this Ace of Wands. We have the 2 of Wands reversed, we have Justice, and we have the Empress reversed. Okay. All right. Okay. Yikes. I don't know how to say this to you right now, but I kind of feel like you stirred up a bunch of stuff and then like left it for somebody else to deal with. There is this outcome that needs like dealing with. There is something that like you need to find something that works best for everyone, and like learning to not just put yourself first. Learning to like really incorporate other people's ideas into the future. I'm just going to show you this image here because the bird is inspiring the listener. So there are 2 parties here, and they need to be, I think, equals is what I'm seeing here. So again, this can be a role reversal, but this kind of also feels like there's a crossroads or an imbalance in give and take. And again, these can be role reversals, like either you've been giving too much emotionally and feeling like really bound by that relationship or that situationship, or like because there's like a sense of success and like, I don't know, like maybe when you're in the company of these people, you feel like you're ruling the world, that kind of a thing. But it needed to end because it was fundamentally imbalanced. Hang on a second here. We've got, yeah, the 9 of Cups has just jumped out. So like needing to like rediscover what emotional satisfaction feels like. Let's clarify this Justice card for you. Okay. We've got the 9 of Wands, we've got the Knight of Swords, and we have the 10 of Cups reversed. Sorry, the Knight of Swords is reversed as well. So like you're mentally confused. You're not happy, you know, you're not happy, but you're somehow still hanging on to something. And it's just, you know, are you self-sabotaging here, baby? I feel like you might be. I feel like it might be time to loosen up a little bit, release your expectations, and allow some mental clarity to come in by doing so. There might also just be like another young air sign that you're dealing with. This could be an Aquarius, a Libra, another Gemini. I kind of feel like it's you though. So take what resonates with that. I'm sorry that this reading is a little bit harsh, but I can't always control what the cards say. So actually I can never control what they say. It's always a shock. The 6 of Wands in your current energy. There's the 6 of Wands reversed. Okay. So we have the Seven of Cups reversed, we have the world, pardon me, and then the Knight of Cups reversed as well. So there might be something here that someone is trying to say through like the power of body language, the power of subliminal messaging. This could be someone who's like very hypnotic, someone who has the power to like draw someone in with their presence and communicate a truth that is not a truth. You know, it's like this is someone who is maybe a mentalist, someone who creates stories for people to feel safe within, but is very much like a purveyor of illusion. And I feel like that is also what failed with the Six of Wands. I feel like this is what was unsuccessful. There may have been an illusion that also came to completion, something which was created originally to share something with someone else, like to share an emotional picture with someone else, but it feels to me that there was too much fantasy in it, and that has reached ahead and it's come, I don't know, crumbling down, and found some sort of, what am I doing? Truth within that. This is a weird read for you, Gemini, I'm not gonna lie. Let's talk about this Two of Pentacles in your immediate future. We have Judgment reversed, we have the Hanged One reversed, and we have the Five of Wands reversed. Right, so I feel like you're coming out of this combative kind of energy where it's like a lot of like fighting with each other. Maybe again, this is you fighting with your mind, but also like coming out of a period of like respite where maybe there was a lot of inaction. So it's like, it's kind of a weird energy, isn't it? It's like, you know, not feeling, pardon me, capable of doing anything, or not feeling like the parts were there, but also just feeling like conflicted about that, and just, you know, maybe just there's a lot of like fighting here, there's a lot of conflict, and that may have come from a judgment call that was made too quickly in the past. Maybe someone judged you too quickly, or you judged them too quickly, and now it's like it's really weird. It's like, to get to a degree of clarity, yeah, it's that not doing anything, but also like doing everything inside of your own mind, kind of like battling within yourself to get a perspective that maybe is like telling you to do something you don't want to do, maybe. I don't know, this is a weird reading. Let's talk about this Four of Wands here for you in the immediate future. And then we're going to wrap it up with some cards from the universe. We have the King of Cups reversed, we have the Hierophant reversed, and we have the Nine of Swords reversed. Oh, Gemini, what is going on with you, babe? There is, I feel like there is a time to think about stuff. There's a time to like get really, really committed to one path, and like really, I mean, commitment is the theme of the month for everyone. But you know, there's a time to like get all of your ducks in a row and like have control. And then there's a time to like release the overthinking. There's a time to come out of the shadow. There's a time to like rejoin the world. And you don't have to do the orthodox thing. You don't have to do the conventional thing, but you do have to come back. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to come back. You have to join with the people who are the real ones. I don't know. So yeah, that's what this feels like. Let's wrap this up. Okay, what are the pieces of advice that we can give Gemini for the rest of July 2020? We have the Five of Cups reversed, we have the High Priestess, we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, so like, it's time to stop weeping, I think. There's like a lot of grief that needs to be released here. And, you know, like, with this conflict that you have happening in your mind where it's like you can't find peace, that's really what it feels like. There's a lot of like mental stuff going on, and you're very very much trapped in this sort of environment of feeling just torn. You know, I feel like the inside of your head is probably a very, very unhappy place right now. But I think, you know, your inner voice is the thing to rely on. And I think when you're, you know, learning from whatever these mistakes are, you know, whatever these storylines are, whenever you're looking into the past to inform you the steps that you take moving forward, it's your inner voice that you have to do, and you have to let yourself off the hook for some of these things. You have to stop grieving and come into forgiveness in some way. Yeah, there's a trick to moving through these seasons in life, and to learn from them properly does come with the emotional acknowledgement of what happened deep in our hearts. But beyond that, the bounty of that moment, what remains after the grief is gone, is what you hang on to. You don't hang on to the grieving process itself. So it's time to move forward with the lessons intact. Yeah. Okay, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonates. If it does, yeah, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye.